something that we normally do. Y'all with me? And it was good for us, to tell you the truth, because when I stepped back in the head biggest game and I haven't been there, it brought back so much memory.
Type thing, like come back and help too. You know what I mean? So it's much love to the whole Mayweather promotion.
Just a few weeks before his upcoming fight with Jake Paul, Calvin Ford has officially ended his working relationship with Gervonta Davis. The split reportedly came after a series of disagreements during training camp that became too much for Ford to manage. This development coincides with viral clips showing Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis training together, making rounds on social media. According to Ford, Floyd's presence in Davis's camp created confusion and tension that disrupted the team's balance.
Ever under my banner, I never got involved with fighters to make money from them. I wanted to put them in a position so they can make a lot of money, so they can make a lot of revenue, not just inside the ring.
Floyd Mayweather reconnected with Gervonta Davis while Davis was dealing with a legal case involving the mother of his daughter in July. Soon after, Floyd joined Davis's training camp to assist with his preparation. However, his approach and strong personality reportedly clashed with Calvin Ford and his coaching team. After several ongoing disputes and mounting tension, Ford made the decision to walk away from Davis's corner. This marks the second time in recent months that Davis has entered a training camp without Ford by his side. Although the team tried to keep the situation private, it has now become clear that underlying issues have existed between them since the beginning of the year.
What's going on with what's going on with Tank, and are we going to see, and when are we going to see him back?
They got a little legal issue. As soon as they get through the courts, they'll set a date, and all we can do is wait. I don't get into that side, you know what I mean? I'm just there when they need me.
This outcome didn't come out of nowhere. It was the result of quiet misunderstandings that had been building up in Gervonta Davis's corner since the lead up to his fight with Lamont Roach.
Y'all don't even know Calvin for CCO. I know Calvin, you know what I mean? I don't know.
The problems reportedly began when Calvin Ford started shifting his focus away from Gervonta, Tank Davis, and toward his younger fighters. There were several reasons behind this, and many boxing fans have long speculated that Tank doesn't compensate his trainers fairly. Although Ford repeatedly denied those claims, he often defended Tank by saying their relationship was more like that of a father and son, meaning money wasn't the priority, and he received whatever he needed rather than a set salary. Still, over time, Ford became increasingly frustrated with Tank's attitude and decided to distance himself from his corner. It became obvious that Ford wasn't happy with how things were going, so he began avoiding Tank's training camps, and Tank, on his part, wasn't willing to listen or try to understand the situation.
Hey Tank, will Calvin be with you on this fight? Come on, you changed.
Huh?
Will Calvin be with you on this fight?
I don't know. We gotta see.
What do you think about the guy yelling in the back?
There was never a major argument between them, but it was obvious that things weren't right. The tension really showed on fight night. That's when the real separation began to take shape. During the fight, Gervonta Davis ignored Calvin Ford's advice. He felt that since Calvin hadn't been there for his full training camp, he no longer had the right to tell him what to do. From that moment on, it was clear that the trust and connection between the two had broken down, leading to their eventual split.
And he know when I go spend time with my peace, I'm going through things. You know what I'm saying? When he was there, at least I know where he was at. Because it was something that we didn't do. It's something that we know.
The tension became obvious during one of the later rounds when Coach Calvin Ford told Gervonta Davis to be more cautious. Instead of taking the advice, Davis snapped back and shouted, "Calvin, calm down and listen to me." Many in the boxing community found this response disrespectful, pointing out that it showed a lack of regard for his longtime coach.
Submission, you hear me? Let me get for it. Let me get for it.
You gotta calm down and listen to me.
Okay, hey, come on now. We're trying to get it.
Get out of there more now.
There you go. There you go. That's what you have to do. There you go. Stay good. Stay focused. That was a good round. You got me? Turn up now. I want all three of these.
Fans quickly reacted to what happened between Gervonta Davis and Calvin Ford. One supporter said, I really feel sorry for that man. Tank is so rude and disrespectful, and he wouldn't be where he is without Calvin. Another fan tried to see things from Davis's point of view, saying, "If I had someone like Calvin Ford helping me the way he helped Tank, I'd be grateful forever. I'd make sure he never lacked anything in life." Others were far less forgiving. One fan called Tank an evil person, adding, "He's ungrateful. After everything Calvin did for him, he still treats him like that. And then he goes around saying Calvin is like his father."
Dad.
No, I wasn't really paying attention to the crowd. You know what I mean? I was more so, it's something we gotta work on in the corner, for sure.
Before news of their split became public, the story shared with fans was that coach Calvin Ford was simply taking a short break, not leaving permanently. They claimed the training setup would remain the same. At the time, reporters clarified that they weren't suggesting any kind of falling out or breakup between Ford and Gervonta Davis. It was presented as a temporary adjustment, not the end of their partnership.
This question is for Coach Calvin Ford. This is Matt from Brunch Boxing. Now, we know that Tank has talked in the past about retiring, leaving the game of boxing. As someone that's had Tank since basically he was a pup and you've raised him.
Reporters later asked whether this short break might actually strengthen their bond, like how family members sometimes grow closer after spending time apart. Coach Calvin Ford responded, "No, he came to see me tired, slowed down, and worried about me because he knows I spend time with my amateurs. You both know me very well." Even though Ford wasn't directly training Tank at the time, he said that just knowing where Tank was and seeing that he was still putting in work gave him some peace of mind.
Assurance.
After tonight,
I like to see Tank to do what he want to do. I said at the last press conference. Y'all got to understand, them guys been doing it since they was little. This might energize him again.
Oh, yeah. In fact, he backstage right now talking about he want a rematch.
Mac, no, backstage, you want to go to the gym right now.
Hey, Tank, real talk. When Calvin be with you on this fight? Come on, you Tank.
Huh?
When Calvin be with you on this fight?
I don't know. We gotta see.
That's right.
What do you think about the guy yelling in the back?
Coach Ford later admitted that taking a step back from Davis actually helped both of them appreciate their relationship more. When he eventually returned to the gym, he could tell that the lightweight champion had missed him just as much as he had missed Tank. Barry Hunter, another respected figure in Davis's circle, expressed similar feelings. He said that even when Ford wasn't physically present, there was still a sense of reassurance knowing Tank continued to train and stay focused.
You know what I mean? He will always be around. You know what I mean? So, that's pop, like I said. So he'll always be there. It's without me, without Calvin, it wouldn't be no me. You know what I mean? Because at first, when I came into the
Barry Hunter mentioned during an interview that Calvin Ford, Coach Barry, Coach Boogie, and Kenny would all continue to be part of Tank's team. Even though Ford and Kenny Ellis wouldn't be in Gervonta Davis's corner during the next fight, the rest of the coaching staff would still be there to support him. Hunter emphasized that this shouldn't be seen as a major issue, reminding everyone that changes in Tank's corner have happened before. He's been involved with Davis since his amateur days and early career, so he knows the team well. Like Ford, Hunter also pointed out that the internet often spreads false information, leading people to make assumptions without understanding the full story. He stressed that, despite everything, Tank is still considered family by those around him.
Kind of get your juices flowing like you spoke in New York. Some of that extra motivation when someone's talking in the crowd.
What? Like how that bet was.
The two guys, like the bet. Is all this stuff kind of added more?
No, I don't know. You know how people like
just
know the people that come with the
cards. Judge at the ringside. Eric Marlinsky scores it on 115 to 113 in favor of Gervonta Davis. Judges Steve Weisfeld and Glenn Feldman both scored about 114 to 114.
Fans were told not to worry, as it appeared to be just a temporary change. Something that could easily return to normal once Gervonta Davis came back after a few months. During the fight, Prime Video cameras caught tense moments in the corner when Davis shouted over Coach Calvin Ford's advice between rounds, yelling, "Listen to me!" There was also a controversial moment in round 9 when Davis took what many considered an uncalled knockdown. After Lamont Roach landed a string of jabs, Davis began blinking his left eye rapidly before turning away and dropping to one knee. He quickly stood up and went back to his corner, where Ford used a towel to wipe his eye, an action that could have been grounds for disqualification under the rules. Referee Willis started the mandatory 8 count, but stopped at 3, warning Davis before allowing the match to continue. And that wraps up the story for now. For the latest updates, highlights, and exclusive coverage from the world of boxing, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos. Until next time, peace out.